The morning sun had just risen over Manila Bay when news shook the country. On every television, radio, and mobile phone, headlines flashed: Philippine Navy orders 2 next-generation frigates from South Korea. Reporters hurried to the Navy headquarters as jubilant sailors shared the news with their families. It was a moment of hope and excitement, a powerful sign that the country was ready for big changes on the high seas. Crowds gathered near ports, watching Navy ships sail by in the distance. Parents pointed out ships to their children, explaining how these new vessels would soon join the fleet. The feeling was electric. Social media buzzed with cheers and pride. For many Filipinos, especially those living near the coast, the news felt personal and urgent. This was not just any order. The arrival of 2 advanced warships promised to change the game for the Philippine Navy. It was a symbol of commitment to national security and progress. In a world where threats on the water are real and constant, this move was a bold step forward. For some, the news was a reminder of the country's struggles to protect its maritime territory. For others, it was a vision of hope, a future where Filipino sailors would serve aboard some of the most advanced ships in Asia. Everyone agreed this was a historic day for the nation. At a packed press conference, the Department of National Defense made it official. Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro stood before cameras and declared, "We are proud to announce the acquisition of 2 state-of-the-art frigates from Hyundai Heavy Industries of South Korea." The words echoed across the nation, filling headlines and social media feeds. The DND explained that these new ships are part of the Navy's modernization program. They are designed to protect the country's waters, secure its resources, and keep Filipino families safe. "This is a major investment in the future of our armed forces," Secretary Teodoro said, "and a promise to every Filipino that we will defend our sovereignty." Questions poured in from journalists. How soon would the ships arrive? What new abilities would they bring? The DND reassured everyone that delivery would begin in just a few years, with training and support included. This was not just a purchase. It was a partnership, one that would give Filipino sailors the skills to use the latest technology. The announcement ended with a standing ovation from the assembled crowd. For many in uniform, and for their families, it marked the start of a new era, a time when the Philippine Navy would stand strong and modern, able to face any challenge at sea. To truly appreciate the significance of this news, it helps to understand what a modern frigate is. A frigate is a powerful warship designed for several missions, guarding sea lanes, hunting submarines, and defending against air and surface threats. These ships are the backbone of many navies around the world. Modern frigates are much more than just gunboats. They carry advanced radar systems, guided missiles, and powerful engines. They can patrol vast distances, track enemy ships and aircraft, and respond quickly to any threat. Their presence alone can deter pirates, smugglers, and other dangers on the water. For the Philippine Navy, these new frigates represent a leap into the future. Older ships often struggle with maintenance and lack modern weaponry. In contrast, next-generation frigates are faster, smarter, and more survivable. They can operate in all weather conditions and adapt to new challenges as they arise. In short, these ships are the guardians of the waves. They protect not just the coastline, but the hopes and dreams of an entire nation whose future depends on the sea. The Philippines is a maritime nation like no other, with over 7,600 islands and a coastline stretching more than 36,000 kilometers. The country's geography is both a blessing and a challenge. Every day, ships carry people, food, and goods between islands. Fishermen and sailors depend on safe waters for their livelihoods. But this vast sea territory also presents risks. Pirates, smugglers, and foreign vessels sometimes violate the country's maritime borders. Natural disasters, typhoons, earthquakes, and tsunamis threaten coastal communities. In times of crisis, only ships can bring rescue, supplies, and hope to isolated islands. For decades, the Philippine Navy has worked hard to protect this enormous area. But old ships and limited resources have made the job difficult. Many vessels are past their prime, built in the mid-20th century and lacking modern technology. The arrival of new frigates promises to change all that. With these advanced ships, the Navy will have the reach and power to patrol its waters effectively. It means safer seas, more secure borders, and faster response to any emergency, natural or man-made. National security is about more than just weapons. It's about protecting people, resources, and the country's way of life. The Philippines faces, well, some pretty complex challenges: disputes in the West Philippine Sea, rising piracy, and threats from organized crime. In this environment, a strong navy is essential. The new frigates are not just powerful warships, they're symbols of sovereignty. Their presence tells the world that the Philippines is ready and able to defend its territory. This is especially important in a region where, many countries are building up their own naval forces. Regional stability really depends on balance and deterrence. When the Philippine Navy operates modern ships, it strengthens alliances and helps prevent conflicts. Neighboring countries and international partners notice when the country invests in its defense. It shows commitment to peace, but also readiness to act if necessary. For ordinary Filipinos, national security means sleeping soundly at night, knowing their coasts are safe. It means fishermen can work without fear, and families can thrive without worrying about threats from the sea. Behind the scenes, this historic deal is also a story of friendship. South Korea's Hyundai Heavy Industries, or HHI, is actually one of the world's top shipbuilders, with a long history of producing advanced warships. By choosing HHI, the Philippines gains not just ships, but a reliable partner. The partnership goes beyond just buying vessels. It includes technology transfer, training programs, and support for Filipino engineers and sailors. South Korean experts will work side by side with their Filipino counterparts, sharing knowledge and best practices. This really builds local skills and strengthens the Navy for years to come. Diplomatically, the deal deepens ties between Manila and Seoul. Both countries face maritime security challenges. Both value free and open seas. By working together, they send a message of trust and cooperation to the region. For the Philippines, partnering with a proven ally means more than just new hardware. It's a step towards self-reliance, innovation, and a stronger place in the international community. The new frigates are packed with cutting-edge technology. At their heart are advanced radar systems that can detect threats from miles away, whether in the air, on the surface, or underwater. These radars give the ship's crew a complete view of their surroundings, day or night. Missile systems, on board, can defend against enemy ships and aircraft. These frigates will be armed with guided missiles, naval guns, and torpedoes. They can track and neutralize fast-moving threats, making them formidable opponents in any conflict. Sophisticated electronic warfare suites add another layer of protection, jamming enemy signals and keeping the ship safe. Anti-submarine warfare is a key feature. The ships carry sonar systems to hunt submarines and deploy helicopters to extend their reach. They can launch depth charges and anti-submarine torpedoes, protecting the fleet from underwater dangers. Every system on board is designed for speed, accuracy, and reliability. For Filipino sailors, these ships will be more than a workplace. They'll be a classroom, a shield, and a beacon of hope on troubled seas. For the men and women of the Philippine Navy, these new frigates represent more than just equipment. They are a source of pride and a symbol of progress. Serving on advanced warships boosts morale and inspires professionalism. Sailors will train with the latest technology, learning skills that are valued worldwide. New ships also mean new opportunities. Engineers, technicians, and officers will master modern systems, from radar and sonar to missile launchers and electronic warfare. This expertise will spread throughout the Navy, raising standards and building confidence. Families of sailors feel the impact too. They know their loved ones are safer and better prepared. The pride of serving on a world-class ship is shared by entire communities, from coastal towns to big cities. The transformation goes beyond hardware. It is about people, empowering them to do their best and giving them the tools to defend the nation's future. Modern frigates are not just war machines, they are lifelines in times of disaster. When typhoons strike or islands are cut off by floods, these ships can deliver relief supplies, medical teams, and rescue crews. Their speed and power make them vital in any emergency. Stronger maritime security also protects the economy. The country's fishing grounds, sea lanes, and offshore resources are safer when the Navy can patrol effectively. This stability encourages investment, trade, and tourism, all essential for national growth. Partnerships with allies grow stronger when the Philippines shows it can safeguard its own waters. Joint exercises, information sharing, and humanitarian missions build trust and respect. Looking ahead, the arrival of next-gen frigates is a promise that the Philippines will never stand still. With determination and unity, the nation will continue to build a modern, capable Navy, ready for any challenge and always committed to a safer, brighter future.